everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Perfect Blend podcast. This is the Pride series, which is like a special package of episodes that I'm doing, just highlighting people who I know in community. Not everyone is an advocate and things like that, but just like friends, people who I know. And I have a wonderful guest here with us today. His name is Emore'J Couture. Say hi, Emore'J.
Hey,
Hi. Wonderful. Yes. So Emore'J, tell us a little bit about you. Like who are you? Where are you from? So forth.
well, I am from DC, Washington, DC to be exact, and I moved to Los Angeles 10 years ago. But believe it or not, nobody's really ever seen me until I popped out about a good 3 years ago now. Yeah, so it makes it 3 years ago now since I actually stepped out and popped out.
Wait, so I know you and I chatted like off record about what was going on all those years, but what inspired you to pop out and come out onto the scene after like kind of being hidden for so long?
Well, what inspired me was a friend. And this friend is someone well, let me not say friend. Well, no, okay, I'll say friend.
Hey, you can say associate, colleague, you know?
No, definitely not an associate, definitely not a colleague. I'll say a friend. A friend of mine's who I met in 2019 uh, started taking me out in 2020.
Hmm.
And of course, in 2020, everything was shut down and all this other stuff. So we were going to like a lot of secret locations and hidden locations and events like that. So that's kind of where I started to get my zhuzh and finding my way around uh, the LA scene because again, nobody's ever seen me. So I started experimenting with just different environments until I found what works for me. So you
Hmm.
could catch me at any environment. It was not, I didn't have a soul focused on where I would go. You can catch me at a hip hop spot. You can catch me out with the hippies. You can catch me out with the goth crowd. You can catch me out with the club kids. I just circulate very well, you know?
Yes. Look, that's why we have the show that it's called The Perfect Blend, honey. You were blending around with everyone. I love
Yeah,
it.
okay.
Yes.
That's
Speaking
right.
of Jush, I love this jewelry that you have and all these accessories. Can you
Oh,
show
thank
us
you.
what you're wearing? Is that a ankh? Is that a ring? That's
This is a
beautiful.
custom ring piece here. Well, everything I have on is right now is custom.
Oh yeah.
So, except for the shades. But this is by Alchemy Legion. She was based out of Washington D.C. She moved
Okay.
to Dominican Republic, but now she's back in the United States, and
Mhm.
she lives in Mississippi, somewhere in the country. I
Mhm.
hope I said it right, but it's Alchemy Legion, and you can find her on my Instagram page. I tag her in a lot of my work,
Oh,
on my
gorgeous.
photos and things also. So
Yes.
yeah, these are
Gorgeous.
Alchemy Legion pieces here.
Yes.
Um, yeah,
You better slay.
and
Okay,
this
so
is a custom top also.
is this from
Um,
your showroom?
this sits in my showroom, but I did not create this piece myself. I'm just wearing it for the designer. It's
Mhm.
mine. Uh, it's from Auntie's Funky Closet. I hope I'm saying that right. I really do hope I am. But again, I can send you a link to her stuff also. She's amazing. You can catch her in downtown Los Angeles. She has her own showroom where she designs pieces also, but this is one of her works. This is my second time wearing it. The first time I wore it was in Miami. So
Mhm.
this is finally my second time getting to wear it.
Yes. Look, we love a good fashion king here. Okay, so you mentioned earlier that you sort of got into the club scene and so forth. You talked about how you got your start. Now you are an event host, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
So that friend, was that like the only individual that like inspired you to actually step into the club scene more and start developing, your or expanding your chops as a host and so forth and getting more involved in the LA scene that way, like the LA underground underworld club scene?
Well, I've always had an infatuation with club kids and club kid culture.
Mhm.
Back in the day, I've just always loved designers like Heather Red. Like they were like Heather Red in the movie Party Monster. Like I had that movie when I was a kid, and it always inspired me. And I was like, wow, I can't wait to be a part of these subcultures and these worlds and these underground worlds where they just dress up and they just go in and let have. I've always wanted to be a part of that. And it
Mm,
always inspired my productions and my fashions. I'm not new to fashion at all. I was doing fashion design and fashion show production and fashion entertainment in Washington, D.C. I
mhm.
did it from the D.C. area all the way up into New York.
Right.
Um, with building my audience and building a following, I decided that, I felt like I hit a wall in DC. I hit like a plateau. I felt like I just knew all the photographers. I knew the photographers. I knew the producers. I did this person's show. I did that person's show. I was featured here. I was featured there. And I wanted to take things to the next level. So that's why I made that decision around 2012 to go ahead and just move everything and just come to Los Angeles and just do what I needed to do.
Yeah, because you felt like you kind of already reached everything in the other cities. You were like, so where
Yeah,
can
on the East Coast. I wanted to
I?
just level up, and not just fashion wise, but a whole lifestyle experience. I wanted to level up everything around me, not
Mm,
just my job. I could have easily come to Los Angeles and have been a stylist, but just being a stylist is not my thing. I don't like to run around people all day.
right. And chase
Um,
after people
I
and
don't like to really be called a stylist, even though I do have a showroom where you can pull pieces, rent pieces, and things of that nature. I am not going to be your personal stylist. I only style my friends.
right.
So, if you are a friend, then you are blessed. Anyone else, you can
Yes.
pull it. You can have your stylist pull it from me, and they can work with you back and forth all day. What works,
Right.
what doesn't work, what you don't like, because I don't have the patience for it. So
Mm.
I only do my friends because I have patience with them.
So did you have any, so as a stylist, and I know this wasn't anything that we wrote down, but being a stylist in the past, did you have a lot of like negative experiences that kind of made you exhausted with people, or like how was that journey to where you got to the point where like I'm only doing this for my friends only, I'm not dealing with anybody else and I have the time or the capacity?
Well, I've worked with hundreds of stylists throughout my days. I've worked with plenty of them and I've seen how they are, seen how they work. And I'm sure they love it. They love the hustle and bustle. Even with fashion show production, when you're backstage doing a fashion show and producing a whole event, you want to rip your hair out and
Mm,
slap somebody, but it's all like good stress.
yeah.
And I choose which stress I want in my life. I'll take the stress of fashion show production, but I won't take the stress of being your stylist. So I see what a lot of people go through. And just from me knowing thyself, I just knew that I'm not going to fully commit myself to being somebody's stylist unless it's a special thing or, like I said, you're my friend. But anybody else, there's thousands of stylists in LA. Pick one.
Damn. Well, look, we support boundaries over here. You have to let people know. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay. So now I went and I saw that you do hosting at Club Rhonda here in LA. And I
yeah,
went a few weeks ago just to check it out because I know you were so generous. You were sending me a lot of events and I was all over the place.
yeah,
So, but I was like, let me go support him. I was like, I'm gonna go to Club Rhonda. So I went. So can you
yes. I
tell
love
me?
Rhonda.
Yes. Okay. So elaborate. Tell us about Rhonda and then also your next project called Mixed Nuts.
Okay. Well, I do love Rhonda. And Rhonda can be quite confusing because it's like, who's Rhonda? Rhonda. It's a club called Rhonda.
Right.
And believe it or not, Rhonda was around way before me.
Mhm.
I can only speak about my experience with Rhonda. I am not one of the founders or someone who curates it. I'm just a host,
Mm.
for select events. And with it, it's one of the most liberating experiences that I've had in Los Angeles. I love that you can go to Rhonda and
You cut out. Is someone calling you? You cut out. I think someone's calling you. Okay. Hold on, everyone. So Emore'J is gonna come back. I believe Emore'J had a phone call.
okay, sorry about that. I
It's
had to
okay.
take that. I'm getting this Audi done with this custom color, and we have to keep this thing together.
Yeah,
So,
I
yes.
love it.
Um, so back to Rhonda. Rhonda is just a very liberating experience for me. I like that. To me, it represents open lifestyle, and I love events that are open lifestyle. And what I mean by open lifestyle is that it's for everybody. You know,
Mm,
it's not for everybody, but it's for everybody, such as you can be gay, you can be bi, you can be straight, you can be trans, you can be
whoever
whatever
you
you
want to
identify
be.
as. There's
Yeah.
a spot for you there, you know? And I
Mhm,
think the commonality that we all have is the music and the liberation that comes with it. Is
mhm,
soulful, it's funky,
mhm.
it's disco, it's sexy, it's a
It's
vibe.
house, it's electronic.
It's
It
everything,
it's the whole vibe. No,
you
when
know?
I went, I saw so much ass.
Yeah.
I was like,
And I
everyone
probably
looks
was one
so
of them.
good.
So
Yes. No, but everyone looked so good and the music was really jam-packed. It was
yeah,
lit. And I didn't even know that Club Rhonda at the venue, they had all those floors there. Because when you look outside, it doesn't look like that building has so many floors. But when
yeah.
you go inside, there's like five fucking floors. I'm like, this is lit. This is good.
Yeah, Los Globos can be very deceiving because it does
It's
have a
super
lot of different
deceiving.
floors and rooms in there that you can kind of
Mhm.
go into and, you know, hear different sounds. And I do like that. I like I like parties that are not one note. And what I mean
Mm.
by one note is that there's only one room where you only can hear just this kind of music. And
Yeah.
I'm not really with all that. Like I like to switch it up. I might want to hear a little bit of
Yes.
and then the
And a
next
little
room
bit
I
of
want to hear some
mhm.
whatever. So I like to switch it up. And
Love the
they give you a lot
vibe.
of places to switch it up in there. So I like that.
No, that's everything. And what you wore when I saw you, you had on like these leather, it was like these leather pants, and then you had on like some boots, and then you had on like this it was like this sheer cape, like this beautiful cape that you had
I
on.
can describe it to you.
Yes,
So
sorry,
what I had
I'm not
on,
a stylist child.
I had on these leather metallic black pants
Mm.
with these S&M like latex gloves that came up to here.
Yes,
And
those
then
were
I had
sickening. I was
on
like, yes.
this
Oh, beautiful.
custom. I hope I get the location of this right. I swear I hope I get it right. Because I pulled this piece from somebody and I'm just gonna say it was uh, Auntie's closet, but it was this like this thing. I feel like I'm wrong. I don't feel like it's Auntie's closet, but whatever. We're gonna go with it for right now.
It's
But
fine.
it was Auntie's closet, and it was this cape that
Mhm.
kind of went to the floor, but it was a black sheer cape that had like layers of sheer fabric that gave me like extra volume.
And did it have
It's
ruffles too?
not Auntie's closet.
It had
It's not.
ruffles. It had ruffles too, right? Kind
Yeah, it
of.
had these black ruffles on it. It's not Auntie's closet. I actually got it at Melrose at a spot called Glam Squad. And
Yeah.
yeah, so Glam Squad on Melrose is where I got the piece. And then I had this leather collar that had like leather spikes that kind of like protruded from the belt of the neck of it. So yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It was
Hmm.
fabulous. And I was like, oh, I was like, he runs the show
Yeah.
here, honey. I was like,
Yeah.
yes. I
Yeah.
loved it. Okay,
Thank
wonderful.
you.
So how long have you been hosting at Rhonda?
I've been hosting at Rhonda, I would say maybe about a good year now. I think I've done like quite a few events under my belt with Rhonda.
Mhm.
They aren't the only ones that I do host. There is Port Detroit, which I'm hosting this Saturday,
It's
and
called
Port
For
Detroit,
Detroit.
yeah, POR Detroit.
Oh,
Port
Port
Detroit, another underground rave culture that produces events. It's a bit more wilder. It's you just come and you just let go. You know, let go, get
When you
sweaty,
say
get
wild, what do you
wild.
mean?
When I say wow, I mean whatever your inhibitions are, let them free. So you know, whatever you feel like doing, you can do.
Oh,
And it's underground after hour culture. So whatever you want to do, you do, but do it in love, do it in peace, and enjoy yourself. You know, and
Lord.
that is the environments that I love. So that is what I'll be hosting this Saturday. I don't know when this interview will come out, but this Saturday, whatever date that is what
That'll
date is
be,
that?
I believe that's the 23rd. No,
Okay.
that's the 24th. That's the
The
20th.
24th. Yep, it's the 24th. So I'll be hosting this Saturday for that. But then I also host my own event, which I'm curating myself, and it's called Mixed Nuts.
Yeah,
And
mixed
Mixed
up.
Nuts is something that I wanted to do. Again, I've been doing production since 1999 in Washington, D.C., with my own fashion show events.
Okay.
And so I'm doing things a bit differently here. I didn't want to do fashion show production here just yet in Los Angeles. I found something that I like. So now I'm building mixed nuts to pretty much house and bring about just certain energies that I want to have. So yeah,
So
I'm
why
working on
did
that.
you title it Mixed Nuts?
Mixed nuts because it's like a bag of mixed nuts. It's everything in there.
Oh, so like
Have you ever had a
academia,
bag of trail mix and it's just all kind of stuff thrown in there and it's just so good?
and it's so good. So like academia nuts, peanuts, almonds, cashews,
Yogurt nut raisins,
M&Ms. Yeah.
M&Ms. Yes. So all of that is thrown inside of mixed nuts. So that's how I came up with the name because it's just a big bag of mixed nuts. However, to be a bit more detailed, it's more so an open lifestyle event also where
Okay.
however you identify and where you feel comfortable, it creates another safe space. I feel like with me going out to a lot of events, I didn't feel as if there were safe spaces for someone who looks the way that I do and shows up the way that I do very
Mm,
over the top with a lot of statement pieces. You know, I can have
very
that Rick Ross
colorful.
swag. I can have that Sex in the City swag. I can
Right.
have that sex kitten swag. I can give you whatever I need to give you, whatever the assignment is. Let's be very
Sex
clear.
kitten. I love it. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
However, there's not a lot of environments created like that, you
Right.
know, where they curate those type of spaces. So you like, you know what? I was like, I'm going to do something that I feel safe and that people like myself, especially Black men of color and people of color, can have something by us for the people that we can create something dope.
Wonderful. Yeah, because I feel like in LA, there aren't a lot of spaces for like black men and black women to really be free like that. I feel like we often have to like curate those spaces or like
You
make
do. You really have
it
to.
for the space to just be there that doesn't really exist.
Yeah, that's true. It's very rare.
Mhm.
Um, but at the same time, there are spaces out like that, but it's very far and in between.
Wonderful. So let's move on a little bit here. You spoke about fashion earlier, really quickly. What role has fashion played in your life?
Hmm. Well, fashion has been my life. That's how I identify. You know, people see the look before they see who you are. People see the look before they see your voice, especially in the age of social media. Before I speak, you're going to see an image of me.
Mm,
So, image is everything, and image really is everything. How you portray yourself, how you show up in the world, it's everything.
it
How
is.
you carry yourself,
Yeah.
how you dress yourself, you know, it's very important. And the way that I carry and conduct myself has put me in the rooms to where I need to be. So, yeah.
I love that. Any advice for people since you are a stylist, fashion king, any advice for people who are curious on wanting to, like stepping up their wardrobe, changing their look and so forth? Any advice on that?
Hmm. The greatest gift in the world is to know thyself, a quote by Montaigne.
Mhm,
Know who you are, know yourself.
mhm.
It's so easy to get caught up in the trends of algorithms and social media, but it really takes somebody to kind of find out what is their core sense of style. And you can always tell when somebody's not doing their thing because you can put something on and it's more like it's wearing you rather than you're wearing it.
It's
It's extremely rare that an outfit is wearing me. I have the energy where I'm going to consume the look and make it my way. So that comes with a lot of soul searching and self identity.
mhm,
And I just do what works for me and how I feel. You know, like I said, I'm not one way when it comes to fashion. I'm not always all urban. I'm not always all goth. I'm not always all club kid. I'm not always all neutrals and bland colors. I like everything that works for me. You
right.
know, my style is is regal. My style is flashy. My style can be obnoxious. It can be sexy. It can be a
Mm,
lot of things. It all depends on how I'm feeling. So it's really again back to knowing yourself, knowing who you are. Put it together right. You know, dress comfortably. And when I say comfortably, I don't mean like comfy clothes. I mean dress to where you feel like you can own it.
Mm, I love that. I love that. Fashion Week. So, how was New York Fashion Week? Did you attend the most recent New York Fashion Week
It
recently?
was great. Yes, I did. I worked New York Fashion Week.
How was it?
I did quite a few roles. I had a few hats in New York Fashion Week. I was backstage management as well as runway etiquette and modeling training. I did that in New York during this past Fashion Week, and it was great. I had a really good time. Shout out to Fashion Life Tour. I've been working with them, I would say maybe a year to a year and a half. I think. But we've been doing a lot of events together in Los Angeles. We've done events together in LA, and I'm sorry, yeah, Los Angeles, and then New York. And I believe I haven't signed the contracts yet, but I'm speaking it into existence. Ho, I think that we're going to be doing Milan Fashion Week also. I'm just waiting to sign those contracts. So let's make this thing
Yes.
happen.
Let's
September
do
the
it.
22nd to the 25th, I believe. So I'm excited about that because that will be the first time that I will be working out of Milan. So I'm excited.
Beautiful. That is so amazing. I love that. Thank you for sharing that with us. And we're going to manifest it here on the Perfect Blend
Yes, we are
podcast.
going to
You get that
manifest it because
Milan
we
gig.
manifest in big things.
Yes,
We manifest in elevation of companies. We manifesting
please.
the growth of finances. We're doing triple
Yes.
times fold with the finances and increases,
And I'm
luxury
manifesting some
lifestyles.
viewers, honey. I need some people to watch this. Look, I'm
Okay,
manifesting
absolutely.
viewers.
Manifestation is very real. Control your thoughts,
Mhm.
baby. It's a very real thing.
It really
Create the
is.
life that you want to see, and there's nothing wrong with it. I chose that I want to see a life of luxury, and I'm receiving all the things that I want, and there's nothing wrong with it. However, you see your life being created, it's up to you. You are the author of your story, so create it.
I love this. This is what we need. This right here is what we need on the show. So, LA Fashion Week. What are your thoughts on that? Does LA Fashion Week suck in comparison to New York Fashion?
It
I hate to
did.
say it
It
that
used to. It used to. I remember back in the day, maybe about a good, I would say 10 years ago, 10 to 12 years ago,
way.
it needed a whole lot of loving, a whole lot of care, a lot of TLC. But I will say LA Fashion Week today, I am most happy with it. I
Mhm,
think that they listened to a lot of the people. I
mhm,
think that they kind of took into consideration their presentation and how they present themselves. And I
mhm.
also think that LA kind of found their niche and what works for them. You
Right.
know, not trying to be nobody else, but just be LA. Capitalize on what LA is all about. You're never going to be the New York Fashion Week girls. You're never going to be the Milan Fashion Week girls. That's why you're Los Angeles. It's
Right.
almost like it's never going to be another Emore'J. I can only be the best me I can be. So I could give that
Right.
same advice to Los Angeles Fashion Week and be the best Los Angeles
I
Fashion
think
Week
the
that you can
same
be.
advice.
Capitalize off of the designers in your area, work with some of the best producers in the area that have the creative mind to give you the visuals and the graphics that you guys need to elevate what you all have.
Mhm.
You know, so really get grassroots when it comes to who's in your community that can take your events and your production to the next level.
He said, "Pick me, honey, yes." He said, "Call me." Yes. Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
So as we wrap it up here, I have a few more questions.
we're
It's
wrapping it up
that.
already.
Oh yeah, you said 30 minutes. It's fun, right?
Oh,
You
that
over
was
here like this
30.
is lit. You said 30
Okay,
minutes.
okay, we
We
can go for
we
about a
we,
good.
we got 12 more minutes.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Perfect, perfect. So is fashion different in the underground club scene in comparison to like the regular like club scene, like the public club scene? Is the
Come on,
fashion
you know it
different?
is. You know it is.
Can we
It's
talk
a
more about it? Because for me,
yeah.
I'm curious to know because I know you showed me a few pictures of some of the muses, like some of the girls. What was the person's name? Was it Kelly Keen? Is that what their name was?
Kelly King.
Something Keen,
Oh,
something
Kobe King.
Colby
Kobe King.
King. Yes, yes,
I
yes.
love
You
Kobe.
showed
He's
me
an
their
alien
fashions and
superstar.
their how
Yeah.
artistic they were, and it was like pure
Mhm.
art. So let's talk more about that.
Well, you'll see a lot of people like, well, let me be very clear. You won't, because there's only one, again, only one Kobe King, but you can catch a lot of creative spirits that come out to these nightlife events and they really give you how they feel. And I think it's a very beautiful thing because it allows us fashion lovers and fashion gods and fashion queens and fashion kings to all come together to be able to just to celebrate in a night in fashion. We really do consider our look. Like our look is everything because it adds something to the environment. It's like walking art. You know,
Mhm.
so when we get up on the stage, when we get up on the podiums and the speakers and all of those things, and we dance and we prance and we show our look, I honestly think in my mind when I'm twirling and when I'm dancing, I'm just releasing all kind of good vibes and good energy. It's just like, yes,
In your
yes, get
life.
into it. Get into
Right.
it. I'm sprinkling all this glitter all over you people. Sometimes literally sprinkling glitter.
Oh,
But
you
like
literally throw glitter.
I'm
Yes,
just
I love
like,
it.
take all of this energy, take it home with you. I'm planting seeds of creativity. So the next time you come back to these events, you'll feel inspired to step it up and do what it is that you do. However, you want to identify, take this seed and let it grow. Be cute, baby. Be fierce. Be grand.
I love it. Yes, yes. That is so amazing. I just think it's so beautiful and it's such a like secret underworld of like energy and fashion and
It
beauty.
is.
It's just such a beautiful thing. I mean, when you showed me Kobe King's photos, I was gagged. I was like, I love
Isn't he amazing?
just
Like a
amazing.
truly just a being from another planet. You know,
Literally,
and
like
I'm
on some
inspired by that
alien.
also. I think it's beautiful. He's truly
Oh,
beautiful.
I love that. I love that so much. So, really quickly before we wrap up here, we have 10 more minutes here. Oh, it just flashed across the screen. Music. I didn't write this down, but I want to know who are you listening to these days? Like, who are your like top five artists or like top five songs that you kind of keep finding yourself gravitating to currently? What's your
Okay.
outlet like right now?
So, oh man, I hate that I'm on the phone that I'm using for this because I'm like, ugh. I do love Ray. I believe her name is
Why?
Raye, and she has a song called Black Mascara,
Uh-huh.
and she has another song. I cannot think of the name of it, but that's one that's Ray, who I'm always listening to. There's Black Coffee, who I love so much. There's
Jack Coffee
also
is the Caribbean artist, dance hall.
listen, don't get me to get his background all screwed up. I just know his music, child.
Okay, okay, okay,
But
okay.
so I love Black Coffee. I love Duke Dumont.
Okay.
Um, I've been listening to a lot of I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's spelled Kahlo. And I remember one of the lyrics in her songs, and it goes, I look so fire, I am the munch, and I
Oh,
love that. She has a song called Fire. She has a song called It Girl.
okay.
They should have
Yes.
wrote that song about me. It should have been It Boy, but it's cool.
I
But
love it.
I think that's four right there. So
Mhm.
those are, and also The Weeknd. I love The Weeknd. He
Oh,
is such a
okay.
vibe for me because he has some of the most sexiest red light 4 a.m. kind of songs that I like to listen to. So yes,
I
The
love
Weeknd.
that. I've been
Oh,
listening
oh, oh,
to,
oh, oh, one more. And I
oh,
must say Division. I love
oh,
Division. I
okay.
am all over Division. They are everything to me. I listen to their album. My favorite song is In and Out, With
Okay.
Me, Hallucinations. Um,
Oh, we in it.
anything Division, you got me. Anything Division.
I love that. I've been listening to a lot of Janelle Monáe recently. Like her latest album, The Age of Pleasure, just came out. She has a great
Okay.
record called Phenomenal featuring Doechii. Our guest is Doechii. I've been listening to a lot of Doechii lately. She's like a newer female rapper, like singer.
Yeah, I know Doechii.
Yeah, yeah.
She's so persuasive.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
she's pretty good. So that's been kind of where I've been at lately. I've been listening to like a lot of those girls.
Oh,
And
cool.
maybe Tate as well. Okay, perfect. Last question. Now, you mentioned that you mute everyone on social media. You tend to mute
Hmm.
everyone and you only follow things that are like inspirational pages and quotes and things of that nature, fashion and so forth. What's the reason
Hmm.
behind you muting people that that you see on
Hmm.
social media? Like, what's the reason?
Everybody's on mute. In the words of Kaya, everybody is on mute. And the reason why I do that, I'm going to give you a little backstory so that you can kind of understand because all of it boils down to mental health. Uh, 2018, yeah. 2018, I went on a year break from all forms of social media. Any platform where I am listed, I left. and I took a year to dedicate to just being present, but I also took a year in regards to my mental health. I have no problem being open about certain things that I struggled with or had challenges with, because all of those struggles and challenges made and created me to be the person who I am standing in front of you, to be able to give you this type of background. Uh, I dealt a lot with, when I would see a lot of people's stuff, I would beat myself up about what am I not doing? Um,
Mm,
what can I be doing better? I never appreciated my things. And when you're always looking at what somebody else has, you can't appreciate what you're growing, you know? So
mm.
I took that year hiatus to just be able to just focus and appreciate all the things that I have and all the things around me. So when I came back to social media around 20, well, a year later, so 2019, close to sort of 2020,
Mm.
um, I came back with the mindset is that I only want to see things when I wake up on social media. I don't want the first thing that I see is to be somebody's bins, to be somebody's food, to see fights or to see violent situations. I wanted something that was going to be placed in my spirit that's going to stick with
That
me all day.
elevates your spirit.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the things that I do show on my timeline are like inspirational quotes, um, travel places, like different places throughout the world, and a lot of things that has to deal with astrology and numerology. Those are all the things that I only want to see. And it's not a personal slight to anybody, but it's still self-work that I'm doing. I am not at a place as to where I am comfortable where I can just have everybody just invading my space. It's my phone, it's
Mhm.
my Instagram, and
It's
it's my
your
space.
energy. Yeah.
You know, even though my space, right? No pun intended.
No, but
But
it's your energy. You're saying this is my
right,
force field, and I can't have all that fucking chaotic ass
right,
energy coming up on my phone because it is a lot of energy in that phone. It's a portal. It is a
right.
portal. It is. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
you see a
So
lot of
I see
different
the
things.
right things in the morning when I wake up. After I finish giving praises to the Most High, I look
Mhm.
at my phone and I'm happy with what I see. The first thing that I usually see is quotes. Then the next
Mhm.
thing that I see is places to travel within the world. And then the next thing that I see is probably some awesome advice in regards to your astrology. So those are things that I want to have placed in my spirit to start my day. I don't want to see what you are doing, what anybody else is doing. I need to focus on what a whole like me doing. So,
I feel it. I mean, I don't take it personal. You know what I mean? It is what
yeah,
it is. Like I mute people too. There are certain people who I mute because I like them. I like them as people, but I just don't like their content. I don't like seeing them, so I do mute them. And I feel like people mute my ass too because they don't like seeing my shit either. So I don't take it personal.
yeah, it's nothing personal towards
Yeah.
anybody at all. I still see people's things when I actually sit down. I'm like, let me just go ahead and be nosy and
Mhm.
intentionally scroll through, but it takes intention for me to do that.
Which is a great thing. So, thank you so much for coming on to the Perfect Blend podcast and joining the Pride
Mhm.
series. This is episode 4, I believe. I have episode 3 coming out this week with another guest of mine. So yours will probably come out in a few days or a week or so. But thank you so much for like coming and like sharing space and time with me. Could you let
Yeah.
people know your socials and where they can find you as we close out?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at Emore'J Couture. That's EMOREJ Couture. You can also find me on Facebook, even though I really don't accept anybody on Facebook at all. I kind of just stick with the group of people who I already have on there.
Right.
But it's kind of the same brand all across the boards. I am not on TikTok. I just kind of haven't got into it. I just figured I don't dance. So, well, I do dance, but I don't dance hard.
Definitely do
You
TikTok
know.
dances, right?
But so those are the platforms for right now. If I do decide to open up a TikTok, then it'll come eventually. Uh, Again, much love and shout outs to Port Detroit, which I'm going to be hosting this Saturday.
Great, Club
Much
Rhonda.
love to Rhonda and also some other people who I find that are very supportive who throw their own nightlife events as well, such as Ospinoff
Mm.
and the Basement LA, which is a members only kind of thing. There's so many like that I want to show love to because they show love to me and I appreciate them. I appreciate their platforms and having someone like myself just to go in and let have in their events is amazing to me. So I thank them also.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I'm sure they are loving that love that you were giving them right now. And yes, so follow me as well, everyone. My Instagram is KALEEFNOW. My Twitter is the same, that's Khalif Now. Also, my YouTube channel is Khalif Now as well. This is the Perfect Blend Podcast Pride Series. Thank you all for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts. Engage with us here, and we will see you all soon. I'm gonna close out. Emore'J,
Wait,
I'm gonna call you after this because we got a minute and 5 seconds. I'm gonna call you after this.
okay.
Hang up.
Okay, and thank you for having me
Oh,
on your platform. You
thank you.
know, I appreciate that also. Um,
I appreciate
it's
that.
going to be really, really quick, but I'm so happy how things in the universe works because without me knowing who you are, my niece Erica Kane from Washington D.C.,
Mhm.
she knew who you was, and she was a big follower and supporter of you, and she spoke highly of you. And to meet you at another event and how it all just tied in, it's just a beautiful thing. And I thank you for having me on your platform.
I received that. Thank you so much. And I love Erica. We've been friends for years now. She was just on my recent episode actually. And I've been watching Erica since I was like, I think, oh my God, like 16, 17. So
Oh, wow.
Erica has definitely like been an inspiration to me. So thank you
Mhm.
so much. And I'm gonna close it out here. Shout out to you, Miss Erica Kane. All right, we'll see y'all next time. I'm gonna call you.
All right, hit me.
Bye.